Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yoon Jung-min. We start in Vietnam, where South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol begins his three-day state visit. He will be sitting down for a summit and meeting with the country's most powerful leaders, as well as promoting more trade with Korea. We connect live with our presidential office correspondent Oh Soo-young at the Korean Press Center in Hanoi. So Sooyoung, the South Korean president landed in Hanoi this morning. Just fill us in on what's been happening.
Good evening, Jungmin. Here in Hanoi, it's not just the humidity that's in the air, but anticipation as well, with President Yoon's visit making headlines here in Vietnam. It's his first state visit to a country in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. After touching down in the Vietnamese capital, he's hit the ground running, heading straight into a meeting with some 300 Korean nationals in Hanoi. He's also due to visit a Korean language education facility and attend a business expo on Korean food as well, along with a cultural event in the evening, followed by a dinner with business people. Noting that Vietnam hosts the largest number of South Korean nationals among ASEAN countries, Yoon emphasized that their role in bridging South Korea-Vietnamese ties have been crucial, and these relations have been blossoming since their establishment of diplomatic ties in 1992. Now, bilateral trade relations has increased 175-fold, with Vietnam being South Korea's third largest trading partner. Meanwhile, Korea is the largest investor in Vietnam, which is home to huge manufacturing plants of Samsung, LG, and Hyundai Motor. The president is also traveling with his largest ever business delegation of 205 corporate leaders, including the chiefs of Samsung, LG, SK, Hyundai, and Lotte, with 4 economic events on President Yoon's schedule. Now, the president has said that his visit starting Thursday will be the starting point for the next 30 years of bilateral relations.
자유평화 번영의 인도 태평양을 가꾸어 나가는 데 있어 베트남은 우리 대한민국의 핵심 협력국입니다. 지난해 수교 30주년을 맞기까지 양국 관계는 눈부신 발전을 거듭해 왔습니다.
Right, and Sooyoung, in establishing the next 30 years of bilateral ties, eyes are on the summit between the South Korean and Vietnamese presidents, leaders on Friday. What can we expect here?
Right, President Yoon will be meeting his counterpart, Vo Van Thuong, on Friday, and the two are expected to have a very broad discussion, not just discussing how they're going to deepen economic ties, but other areas for future cooperation as well. Now, this comes after the two sides established a comprehensive strategic partnership last year in Seoul.
The president will emphasize that although it has a different political system as a socialist nation, Vietnam respects the international order based on norms and maintains a dependable and mutually beneficial relationship. We expect this visit to further elevate our current comprehensive strategic partnership.
Now, President Yoon, in an interview with Vietnamese media ahead of his trip, has said that Seoul intends to focus on cooperating with Hanoi, particularly in the fields of core mineral supply chains, energy, digital transformation, smart cities, and climate change response. He also mentioned cooperation in defense technology and maritime security, saying that there needs to be a rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific region. Now, this would inevitably raise questions about China's growing assertiveness in the South China Sea. Vietnam claims the Paracel Islands, which are being challenged by both Beijing and Taipei. Now, we're going to have to wait and see what's in the leader's statement or declaration after their meeting, but we can expect it to be rather comprehensive when it comes to expanding areas of cooperation, and at the same time, very carefully worded around sensitive regional issues. The president will hold separate talks with Nguyen Phu Thuong, who is the very powerful General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh, and National Assembly Chair Bong Dinh-Huệ before attending a state dinner. I'll keep you updated on the developments, of course, but that's all from me for now. Back to you, Jungmin.
Thanks, Sooyoung.